He fed 2 orphan alien girls a meal. 10 years later, a luxury spaceship appeared at his door. HFY, Aiden Cole, wiped the scarred wooden bar with a worn cloth, his movements steady in the dim glow of the iron hearth. Epsilon 3's frozen surface glittered outside, a sheet of ice catching the pale blue star's faint light. At 55, Aiden bore the weight of old wars in his gray hair and battle scars, each mark silent story from his days as an Earth Alliance officer. The tavern sat quiet tonight, its stools empty, a stark contrast to the chaos he once knew. The iron hearth was a sanctuary for weary travelers, its walls adorned with relics of Aiden's past. A faded Earth Alliance insignia hung crooked above the bar, dust settling into its crevices. He reached up, straightening it with a calloused hand, his mind brushing against memories he'd rather forget. The air shifted as a blizzard howled outside, its winds clawing at the tavern's walls. Temperatures plummeted to minus 80 degrees Celsius, forcing Aiden to the fusion heater. He adjusted the controls, and a warm hum pushed back the creeping chill. The device's glow casting long shadows across the room. The door burst open, letting in a gust of icy air that stung like a blade. 2 figures stumbled through, their light purple skin pale from cold and hunger. Aurelian girls, their yellow eyes glowing faintly, like embers in a dying fire. They clung to each other, shivering, their breaths clouding in the frigid air. Aiden set his cloth down and crossed the room in long, purposeful strides. You two look half frozen. Come, sit by the hearth. He guided them to the fire, its crackle a comforting pulse against the storm's roar. In the kitchen, Aiden ladled steaming stew into bowls, the scent of roots and synthetic meat filling the air. He draped rough blankets over their shoulders, watching as they clutched them tightly. The girls ate slowly at first, then with growing hunger. Thank you, the calmer one said, her voice soft and melodic, like a distant song. I'm Mira. This is Lyra. We're orphans. Our colony was raided, leaving us with nothing. Lyra nodded, her tone bolder, but still carrying that musical quality. We ran until the storm hit. Thought we'd die out there. Their voices, so different from Aiden's gruff military clip, stirred something deep within him, a compassion he'd buried long ago. He studied them for a moment, their glowing eyes meeting his. Eat up. You'll need your strength. The stew disappeared quickly, and Mira offered a faint smile. Lyra glanced around, taking in the tavern's rugged charm. Aiden led them upstairs, the wooden steps creaking under his boots. He opened a small room, spare but clean, with a single bed and a frosted window. This'll do until the storm passes. Rest now. Mira's eyes softened. You're kind. Most wouldn't care. Lyra added, Yeah, thanks, mister. They settled in, exhaustion pulling them under swiftly. Back at the bar, Aiden poured himself a glass of amber liquor, its burn familiar and smooth. An old smuggler, gray-bearded and sharp-eyed, leaned in from a nearby stool. Saw those girls. Trouble follows kids like that. Alliance patrols are out there, hunting special refugees. Something about old tech. Aiden sipped his drink, the warmth spreading through him. Patrols don't bother me. Not anymore. The smuggler chuckled, tossing coins on the bar. Trouble finds men like you, Cole. He slipped out, leaving Aiden alone with the fire's glow. Aiden dimmed the tavern's lights and checked on the girls. They'd moved downstairs, curled by the hearth for warmth, blankets rising with their steady breaths. A pang of protectiveness hit him, sharp and unexpected, like a blade slipping through his guard. He turned away, stepping to the window. Snow piled high outside, a white void swallowing the world. Firelight danced across his scars, each one a reminder of battles fought and losses endured. His daughter's face flickered in his mind, her laughter long silenced by the war. He shook the memory off, pouring another drink, the glass cool against his palm. Morning brought a quieter storm. Aiden cooked breakfast, hydroponic eggs, toasted bread, while the girls sat at the bar. Mira spoke of Aurelia, their lost homeworld, its green fields and glowing skies. The Alliance took it all, called it security. Lyra's voice cut in, sharp with anger. Liars. Aiden nodded, clearing plates. Worlds change. People adapt. But the smuggler's warning lingered, and the hum of distant patrol ships pricked his ears. He pushed it aside, focusing on the girl's chatter. Days passed, the storm softening. Mira swept floors with quiet grace, while Lyra's bold laugh drew smiles from patrons. The tavern felt warmer, alive with their presence. Aiden watched from behind the bar, their voices weaving into the rhythm of the place. A family, unasked for but undeniable, began to form. One night, as snow fell gently, a regular burst in, shaking off ice. Cole, patrols are close. Checking IDs. Aiden stood, his jaw tight. Let them come. Resolve hardened in him, a vow to shield Mira and Lyra. The tavern held its breath, the hearth's glow steady against the cold, as Epsilon 3 whispered of change. The iron hearth buzzed with life, its tables filled with traders and mercenaries from 15-star systems. Aiden Cole, grayer now at 67, polished glasses behind the bar, his hands steady despite the years. The tavern had grown, serving 200 patrons nightly, their voices a steady hum against the clink of glasses. Epsilon 3's icy glow filtered through the windows, softer now, the storm long gone. Aiden's scars caught the light, a map of battles he tried to leave behind. The door swung open, admitting two figures in shimmering Aurelian robes. Their silver hair gleamed, catching every eye in the room. Mira and Lyra, now 24, moved with confidence, their light purple skin radiant under the tavern's warm lights. Aiden froze, the glass in his hand forgotten. Their yellow eyes met his, glowing with recognition. Aiden Cole, Mira said, her voice calm and melodic, like a breeze over water. You haven't changed. Lyra grinned, bold and direct. Well, maybe a bit grayer. Laughter rippled through the nearby tables. Aiden set the glass down, his gruff tone softened by surprise. Mira, Lyra, didn't expect to see you again. They slid onto stools, the crowd parting for them. Mira leaned forward. We never forgot you. That night, the stew, the blankets, it kept us going. Over drinks, spiced ale for Aiden, luminescent juice for the sisters. They shared their story. They owned Radiant Echo, a luxury yacht with a 500-meter wingspan docked in orbit above Epsilon 3. Their interplanetary transport company thrived, moving 10,000 tons of cargo monthly across the galaxy. Lyra's eyes sparkled as she described their ship's sleek Lumari design. It's our home now, fastest thing in 3 sectors. Aiden nodded, impressed but guarded, his military instincts never fully dormant. Mira's tone grew serious, her calm voice cutting through the tavern's noise. We came for a reason. The Alliance is hiding something, chrono seeds, a tech that controls memories. It's buried in a data warehouse at the Azure Vale Resort. Lyra leaned in, her boldness tempered by urgency. We need your help, Aiden. Your tactics from the Great War, 25 years back, they're our best shot to get in. Aiden's grip tightened on his glass. The war, betrayals, losses. He'd built a tavern to escape that life. Their glowing eyes held his, stirring memories of his daughter, her face, her laugh, gone in the war's chaos. He pushed the thought down, but it lingered, sharp as a blade. I'm just a tavern keeper now, he said, voice low. Lyra smirked. Sure. And I'm just a cargo hauler. Come on, Cole, you're more than that. Mira's hand touched his arm, gentle but firm. We trust you. Always have. Across the room, a patron leaned closer, ear tilted toward their conversation. His whisper spread to others, a murmur rippling through the crowd. Cole's back in the game, one said, sparking curious glances. Aiden felt the weight of their stares, the old call to action tugging at him. He drained his ale, the burn grounding him. Tell me about this warehouse. Defenses, access points, all of it. Mira smiled, a quiet triumph. Meet us aboard Radiant Echo tomorrow. You'll see everything. The sisters stood, their robes catching the light like liquid silver. Lyra tossed a playful salute. Don't keep us waiting, old man. They slipped out, leaving the tavern buzzing with speculation. Aiden watched them go, his fingers tracing the edge of a holo photo tucked behind the bar. His daughter's face stared back, young and smiling. Something in Mira and Lyra's faces echoed hers, a connection he couldn't name. He locked up late, the tavern emptying as Epsilon 3's moons rose. Alone, he studied the holo photo, its edges worn from years of quiet grief. The sister's determination stirred something in him, a spark he thought had died. The Alliance's shadow loomed large, its secrets buried deep. Aiden's mind turned to tactics, old skills resurfacing like muscle memory. Patrol ships still hummed in the distance, their presence a faint threat. He ignored them, focusing on the task ahead. Morning broke, cold and clear. Aiden packed a small bag, his old military coat heavy on his shoulders. The iron hearth stood quiet, its hearth fire low. He left a note for his barkeep, a trusted regular. Back soon. Hold the fort. The shuttle to Radiant Echo waited at the edge of town, its engines humming softly. Aiden boarded, the ramp sealing behind him with a hiss. The shuttle climbed, Epsilon 3 shrinking below. Radiant Echo loomed in orbit, its bioluminescent hull a beacon against the stars. Aiden's heart quickened, not from fear, but purpose. The sisters' faces stayed with him, their glowing eyes a mirror to his past. Whatever lay ahead, he'd face it. The tavern life had been a shield, but shields could break. As the shuttle docked, Aiden stepped into the unknown, ready to meet the crew and the fight they'd chosen. The shuttle docked with a soft thud, sealing against Radiant Echo's hull. Aiden stepped through the airlock, the air humming with bioluminescent light from the ship's Lumari design. Panels glowed softly, casting ethereal patterns on the walls. A far cry from Epsilon 3's harsh ice. Mira and Lyra waited, their silver hair framing faces lit with welcome. Glad you came, Mira said, her calm voice steady. Lyra grinned. Knew you would, old man. They led him through corridors lined with sleek consoles. The ship's hum, a constant backdrop. Meet the team, Lyra announced, entering a spacious lounge. A Draconid tech expert hunched over a holo display, scales shimmering like polished obsidian. Beside him, a Lumari pilot with iridescent skin adjusted controls. Then, Ethan Ward turned, his face weathered, but familiar. Aiden stopped short, Ethan? Thought you were dead. Ethan clasped his arm, grip firm, close enough. Survived that mess 25 years ago. Alliance left me for scrap. They shared a tense nod, recalling their last mission. 300 soldiers lost to betrayal. Plasma fire, scorching the field. Ethan, now a mercenary, carried the underground's grit. Heard about your tavern gig. Soft life. Aiden chuckled dryly. Softer than yours, Merc. The crew gathered around a central hollow table, projections flickering to life. Mira outlined the plan. Infiltrate Azure Vale Resort. Floating complex orbiting a gas giant. We train here first, she said. Lyra activated the holosim, virtual environments materializing. Aiden took charge, his military voice clipping commands. Form up. Infiltration means quiet, precise. He demonstrated holds, his scars flexing with each move. Hours blurred into drills. Aiden sparred with Mira. Her calm dodges are impressive. Lyra charged boldly, her laughs echoing when he pinned her. Their energy warmed his stoic core, like sunlight on frost. Breaks brought stories. Ethan shared merc tales, dodging patrols in shadowy ports. The Draconid grumbled about tech glitches, his voice a low rumble. In a quiet corner, Aiden paused, staring at a viewport. Stars streaked by, infinite and cold. He saw his daughter in the sisters' faces, her memory stirring guilt. Why couldn't I save her? The thought hit hard, a weight he carried alone. He shook it off as Lyra approached. Our parents were scientists, she said, voice softening. Hid data from the Alliance. Something about protecting legacies. Her words hinted at ties to Aiden. A puzzle piece just out of reach. Back at the table, they dissected the resort's defenses. 50-meter thick energy shields pulsed in the hollow. 200 automated drones patrolling perimeters. We punch through here, Aiden pointed, his finger tracing weak points. Ethan nodded. My contacts can jam signals. The Lumari pilot watched, his iridescent eyes thoughtful. He sensed Aiden's buried pain, but admired the resolve, the way he unified the group without fanfare. Mira uploaded schematics, her fingers dancing over controls. Chrono seeds control minds. We expose it. Alliance crumbles. Lyra's boldness flared, and we take down Voss if he shows. Aiden's jaw tightened at the name. Colonel Marcus Voss, the betrayer. If he's there, we handle it. Plans solidified, roles assigned, drills intensified. Aiden taught evasion, his gruff instructions laced with experience. Move like shadows. The sisters adapted quickly, their musical voices calling confirmations. Ethan provided gear, cloaking devices, compact blasters. The Draconid rigged hacks, circuits sparking under his claws. A final sim run tested them. Virtual guards swarmed, lasers simulated. Aiden led, shielding Mira as Lyra flanked. Ethan covered rear, his shots precise. They breached the core, and data was extracted. Good work, Aiden said, wiping sweat. Purpose burned in him now, reignited like a fusion core. The Lumari pilot pulled Aiden aside later. You carry much, he said, voice a whisper of light. But they trust you. We all do. Aiden nodded, the words sinking in. Pain lingered, but resolve overpowered it. Supper brought relief. The crew shared meals in the lounge, flavors from distant worlds. Mira's calm stories of cargo runs. Lyra's bold jests. Ethan recounted a narrow escape, laughter breaking the tension. Aiden joined in, his gruff humor rare, but genuine. Night cycles dimmed the ship. Aiden stood at the viewport again, Epsilon 3 a distant speck. He vowed silently, protect them, uncover the truth. The sisters slept nearby, their presence a balm. Radiant echo hurtled toward azure veil. The gas giant's rings looming in scans. Final prep sealed their bond. Aiden committed fully. His tavern life, a faded memory. The fight awaited. Alliances forged in the stars. Radiant echo slipped into orbit around the gas giant. Its rings a swirling canvas of dust and ice. The azure veil resort loomed ahead. A glittering complex with 1,000 rooms suspended in the void. Aiden Cole adjusted his tailored suit, the fabric stiff against his scarred skin. He felt exposed among the elite, his military bearing a mismatch for the opulent halls. Mira and Lyra flanked him, their sparkling silver dresses flowing like liquid starlight. Stay sharp, Aiden muttered, his gruff voice low. The shuttle docked smoothly, airlocks hissing open to reveal marble floors and crystal chandeliers. The Interplanetary Trade Conference buzzed with 500 diplomats and traders from 30 worlds. Alien species mingled, their voices a cacophony of languages translated by earpieces. Mira blended seamlessly, her calm intellect drawing nods from passers-by. Lyra's bold wit sparked laughter, easing their path through the crowd. Aiden scanned the room, his eyes catching familiar threats. Security drones hummed overhead, subtle but armed. He positioned himself near a pillar, observing. The sisters moved toward Chief Researcher Carr, a draconid whose scales gleamed like polished obsidian. Carr held court near a fountain, his aides clustered around. Mira approached first, her voice melodic. Dr. Carr, your work on neural interfaces is groundbreaking. Care to discuss? Carr's eyes narrowed, intrigued. Few appreciate the nuances. What piques your interest? Mira engaged him with precise questions, her calm drawing out details. Lyra distracted the aides, her direct humor pulling them away. You lot look bored. Tell me, what's the wildest trade deal here? Laughter followed, giving Mira space. Aiden's gaze shifted, locking on a tall figure across the gala. Colonel Marcus Voss, his former commander, cut through the crowd like a blade. Voss's cold eyes scanned methodically, his uniform crisp, a reminder of the Alliance's iron grip. 25 years ago, Voss's betrayal had cost Aiden his daughter and unit, plasma fire and screams echoing in memory. Aiden's fists clenched, but he held position, shadows concealing him. Voss commanded the room effortlessly, diplomats deferring to his presence. A subtle unease rippled from him, his posture tense as Aiden's team neared Carr. From a diplomat's view nearby, Voss appeared on edge, his glances sharper, as if sensing intruders in his web. The diplomat sipped a drink, whispering to a companion about the colonel's reputation for ruthlessness. Mira leaned closer to Carr, her plea subtle. The chrono seeds. Such power should be shared, not hidden. Carr hesitated, then slipped a data chip into her hand, the access code embedded. Use it wisely, he murmured, unaware of Voss's watchful gaze from afar. The music swelled, strings and synths blending in a galactic symphony, masking the exchange. Aiden's instincts flared. Something felt off, a trap coiling tight. He signaled Ethan via comms, hidden in his cuff. Eyes on Voss. He's here. Ethan's voice crackled back from the perimeter. Copy. Drones are active. Stay low. The crew spread out, the Lumari pilot monitoring from the shuttle, the Draconid ready with hacks. The gala pulsed with energy, holographic displays showcasing trade deals across star systems. Aiden moved closer to the sisters, his suit chafing like old armor. Mira pocketed the chip, her expression unchanged. Lyra rejoined them, her bold grin hiding tension. Got it. Let's move. Voss turned then, his cold eyes meeting Aiden's across the room. Recognition flashed. A ghost from the war. Aiden held his ground, heart steady. The colonel's lips curled slightly. A challenge issued silently. The music crescendoed, dancers swirling in patterns of light and color. Aiden guided the sisters toward an exit corridor. His voice clipped. We have the code. Data warehouse next. Mira nodded, calm prevailing. Lyra's hand brushed his. Thanks for watching our backs. Their trust fueled him, echoes of family in their glowing eyes. Security tightened as they slipped away, drones whirring closer. Ethan reported in. Clear for now, but Voss is mobilizing. The resort's halls gleamed, art from distant worlds lining the walls. Aiden's mind raced through layouts, weak points memorized from drills. The group converged in a side room, breaths steady. Car's code glowed on Mira's device, a key to secrets. Voss's shadow loomed, but resolve held. The gala's music faded behind them, the real dance about to begin. The corridor led deep into the Azure Vale Resort's underbelly, lights flickering in sterile white. Aiden Cole moved ahead, his tailored suit now a hindrance in the tight space. Mira and Lyra followed, their silver dresses whispering with each step. The data warehouse loomed, its doors sealed by energy fields. Mira inserted Car's chip, codes scrolling across a panel. Access granted with a soft beep. Inside, consoles hummed, data streams flowing like rivers of light. They spread out, fingers dancing over interfaces. Voss's shadow hung heavy, but focus held. Mira accessed the core files, her calm voice steady. Chronoseeds, schematics. This exposes everything? Lyra nodded, bold eyes scanning for threats. Suddenly, a hidden device activated, its signal pulsing through the air. 20 attendees in the gala above froze. But here, it hit the sisters hard. Their bodies stiffened, yellow eyes dimming to dull orbs. Aiden spun, horror gripping him. The neural override took hold, turning Mira and Lyra into puppets. They moved mechanically, hands reaching to transfer data to Voss's network. No, Aiden growled, recognizing the tech from wartime horrors. Experiments on prisoners, minds bent to will. His heart pounded, seeing his daughters lost in the void. Memories flashed. An Aurelian medic on the battlefield, 25 years back. Biocode pulse disrupts overrides, she'd said, her voice musical like the sisters. Calibrate the frequency precisely. Aiden lunged for a nearby medical console, its screen glowing with biodata lines, 10,000 entries scrolling fast. His fingers flew, hacking protocols with old military codes. Sweat beaded on his brow as alarms began to wail. The pulse built, a low hum rising. Aiden aimed it at the sisters, triggering the burst. Energy rippled, invisible but potent. Mira and Lyra gasped, eyes reigniting with a yellow glow. They collapsed, freed, but shaken. What happened? Lyra rasped, her boldness cracked. Mira clutched her head, calm fracturing. Control. We were gone. Aiden pulled them close, his gruff tone soothing. You're back. Stay with me. Warehouse alarms blared louder, red lights flashing. Voss's guards stormed in, 12 Alliance enforcers in armored suits, plasma rifles charging with electric wines. Ethan burst through a side door, his mercenary gear clad. Incoming! He opened fire, bolts sizzling in the air. The crew fought back, blasters humming in response. Aiden shielded the sisters, his own weapon barking shots. Enforcers fell, but more pressed. From a trapped diplomat's corner, in the gala above, the chaos echoed. He cowered behind a table, marveling at the defiance. These intruders challenged the Alliance's might, their shots precise against overwhelming force, fear mixed with awe as explosions rocked the structure. Ethan led the charge, his voice clipped, push through. He flanked an enforcer, disarming him with a swift kick. The Draconid tech expert hurled a grenade, its blast scattering foes. Aiden grabbed the data, a 50 terabyte file on a drive, exposing experiments on thousands. Got it. Move. Lyra stumbled, weakened by the override. Aiden scooped her up, her weight light in his arms. I've got you. Mira covered them, her shots accurate, despite the tremor in her hands. They retreated through corridors, enforcers in pursuit. Plasma-scorched walls, heat singeing air. Voss's voice crackled over comms, cold and commanding. You can't run, Cole. This ends now. Aiden ignored it, vowing silently to protect his newfound family. The bond deepened in the fire, their glowing eyes trusting him fully. The Lumari pilot signaled from the shuttle. Extraction ready. Hurry. They burst into a hangar, drones whirring to life. Aiden set Lyra down, firing at pursuers. Ethan hacked a console, sealing bulkheads behind them. But Voss escalated. From his command post, he ordered the strike. The crew piled into an escape pod, but alarms shifted. Orbital threat incoming. Aiden's mind raced, tactics unfolding. They had the data, but survival hung thin. Mira uploaded a backup to Radiant Echo, her calm returning. It's safe. Lyra leaned on Aiden, strength ebbing back. The pod launched, but danger loomed larger. Voss's cruiser positioned above, cannons aligning. In the chaos, Aiden's resolve hardened. Family, truth. These drove him now. The resort receded, but the fight pressed on. The escape pod shuddered as it launched. The Azure Vale resort shrinking into a speck against the gas giant's swirling rings. Aiden Cole gripped the controls, his scarred hands steady despite the chaos. Mira and Lyra huddled close, their glowing eyes wide but resolute. The data drive, heavy with 50 terabytes of Chrono Seed's secrets, sat secure in Mira's grip. Ethan Ward scanned readouts, his mercenary calm fraying as red alerts flashed. Voss's cruisers locking on, he growled. 200-meter cannons. Orbital strikes coming. Aiden's jaw tightened. The Alliance cruiser loomed in orbit, its silhouette a dark blade against the stars. The strike threatened to vaporize the resort and its 1,500 souls, erasing evidence and defiance in one blow. Ethan, can you hack the targeting? Aiden's voice clipped, military instincts sharp. Ethan nodded, diving into a console, fingers blurring over holographic keys. Got contacts up there. Give me a minute. Outside, the gas giant's storms churned, a backdrop to their flight. Lyra, still pale from the neural override, gripped Aiden's arm. Her bold voice wavered. They'll kill everyone to bury this. Mira, calm restored, checked the drive's connection to Radiant Echo. Data's backed up. Whatever happens, the truth's out. Aiden met her gaze, pride flickering. His daughters, not by blood, but by choice. Ethan's console beeped. A signal breaking through. Got it. Rerouting their targeting to the empty ranges below. His mercenary contacts, hidden in the cruiser's crew, fed him codes. The orbital strike shifted. Cannons, realigning. Explosions lit the horizon. 50 megatons of energy scarring a barren mountain range. The ground quaked, but the resort stood untouched. Gasps of relief filled the pod. Alarms screamed anew. Drones launched from the resort's hangars, their lasers slicing through the void. Aiden veered the pod toward the underground maglev, a 1,000-kilometer-per-hour train hidden beneath the complex. Hold on. he barked, dodging a beam that scorched the hull. The Draconid tech expert, scales glinting, prepped an EMP device. "This'll buy us time," he rumbled, launching the pulse. Drones froze, tumbling lifelessly, their circuits fried. The pod crashed into the Maglev's access bay, metal screeching. Aiden helped Lyra out, her strength returning, but slow. Mira led the way, her silver dress torn, but her focus unbroken. The train waited, its sleek form humming with latent speed. They piled in, the Lumari pilot sealing the hatch. "Radiant echoes ready in orbit," he reported, voice light but tense. As the maglev accelerated, Lyra turned to Aiden, her eyes searching. "There's something you need to know." Her bold tone softened, almost hesitant. "Our parents, the scientists, they used your DNA. We're clones of your daughter, the one you lost." The words hit like a plasma bolt. Aiden's breath caught, memories of his daughter flooding back, her laugh, her tiny hand in his. Mira nodded, her calm voice steadying him. "You're our family, Aiden. Always were." His heart broke and mended in one beat. He pulled them close, scars pressed against their silver hair. "You're mine," he whispered, voice gruff with emotion. The bond sealed in the chaos, unyielding. Ethan glanced back, a rare softness in his eyes. "Hell of a family reunion, Cole." The maglev roared through tunnels, steel walls blurring past. Drones reactivated, their lasers cutting gashes in the structure. Aiden shielded the sisters, firing back with a blaster. Ethan tossed a grenade, its blast collapsing a tunnel section behind them. The Draconid monitored systems, ensuring the train's speed held. 5 minutes to the safe zone," he growled. Voss's voice crackled over stolen comms, cold and venomous. "You'll never outrun me, Cole." Aiden ignored him, focus locked on survival. The train hit maximum speed, vibrations rattling their bones. Mira clutched the data drive, its secrets their weapon. Lyra leaned on Aiden, her boldness returning. "We'll make him pay." From a distant observer's view, a maintenance worker in the resort's ruins, the train's escape was a streak of defiance. He watched, awestruck, as the group challenged the Alliance's might, their resolve a spark in the dark. Rumors of their fight would spread, he knew, fueling hope. The maglev burst into an open hangar, radiant echo shuttle waiting. They boarded, the craft lifting off as debris rained down. The resort collapsed behind them, a cloud of dust and metal. Aiden looked back, his daughters safe beside him. The truth was theirs. But Voss remained a shadow, uncaught. The shuttle climbed, stars welcoming them. Aiden's resolve burned brighter than ever, family and purpose intertwined. The fight wasn't over, but they'd struck a blow. Radiant echo awaited, a beacon of light in the endless night. Radiant Echo's shuttle pierced the atmosphere, docking with the yacht's glowing hull. The crew spilled into a safe house on a nearby moon, its surface dotted with 100 small colonies, their domes glinting under a faint star. Aiden Cole helped Lyra to a seat, her strength returning, but her face still pale from the override. Mira clutched the data drive, its 50 terabytes, a ticking bomb of truth. The safe house hummed with salvaged tech, screens flickering with news feeds from across 50 star systems. Mira plugged the drive into a console, her calm fingers steady. "Uploading now," she said, voice soft but resolute. The Chronoseeds data streamed to the intergalactic internet, reaching 10 billion users in a cascade of light, schematics, experiment logs, victim testimonies. Every secret the Alliance buried now lay bare. Lyra watched the upload, her bold spirit reigniting. Let's see them hide this. Screens lit up with reactions. Protests erupted on 12 Alliance-controlled planets, crowds chanting for justice. News anchors reported resignations, officials scrambling to deflect blame. Aiden stood by a viewport, Epsilon 3 a distant glow. His scars itched, but peace settled in him. The sisters, his daughters by choice and blood, had sparked a reckoning. He thought of his lost daughter, her face blending with theirs. I failed you once, not again. The quiet reflection grounded him, purpose replacing old guilt. Ethan paced, his mercenary edge sharp. Voss slipped away, stealth shuttle, no trace. His voice carried a vow, eyes dark with intent. I'll find him. Aiden nodded, knowing the hunt would be long. Voss's cold gaze lingered in his mind, a threat unended. But for now, they'd won a battle. Mira and Lyra sat together, mourning their parents' sacrifice. They died to protect this truth, Mira said, her calm tinged with sorrow. Lyra's hand found hers, bold but gentle. They'd be proud. We finished it. Aiden approached, his gruff presence a steady anchor. He knelt, voice low. You're stronger than you know. Both of you. Their glowing eyes met his. Trust and love unspoken, but deep. The safe house screens flashed updates. Alliance fleets withdrew from key systems, their grip weakening. The Lumari pilot raised a glass, his iridescent skin catching the light. To victory, and to you, Aiden, for pulling us through. The crew toasted, laughter breaking the tension. Ethan smirked. Don't get soft, Cole. Aiden chuckled, warmth spreading through him. Later, Aiden taught the sisters a lullaby, one he'd sung to his daughter long ago. His gruff voice softened, blending with their musical tones. Sleep now. Stars will keep, he sang, Mira and Lyra joining, their harmony a fragile bridge to the past. The safe house felt like home, if only for a moment. The Draconid tech expert monitored comms, his scales dull with fatigue. More protests forming, the data spreading faster than light. Aiden watched the feeds, crowds waving hollow signs. The truth was a spark, igniting change. He felt the weight of it, not heavy, but lifting. From a colonist's view on the moon, the safe house was a beacon of defiance. She'd heard whispers of the data leak, of a small crew toppling giants. Her hope grew, a seed planted by their fight. Stories of Aiden's team spread, fueling courage in the colonies. The crew gathered for a final meal, simple rations tasting like triumph. Lyra joked, her boldness back in force. Next time, we get better food. Mira smiled, calm restored. Ethan shared a tale of dodging patrols, his grin infectious. Aiden listened, his heart lighter. Family, forged in fire, sat around him. But a shadow lingered. A hollow message blinked on the console. Anonymous, but chilling. Voss's voice, cold as ever. This isn't over, Cole. The crew tensed, but Aiden's resolve held. Let him come, he said, voice steady. They'd face him together. Night fell on the moon, stars piercing the dark. The crew prepared to scatter, each to their role in the growing fight. Aiden looked at Mira and Lyra, their glowing eyes a mirror to his purpose. The truth was out, the alliance shaken, radiant echo powered up, ready to carry them forward. The safe house dimmed, but their bond burned bright, a light against the coming storm. Aiden Cole stood on the balcony of the rebuilt Azure Vale Resort, its halls a testament to resilience. 6 months had passed since the orbital strike, the complex rising anew from debris, now hosting 2,000 guests under clear skies free of Alliance ships. His scars caught the light, no longer burdens, but badges of survival. At 67, he'd accepted the role of security advisor, his military coat traded for a crisp uniform. The gas giant's rings swirled below, a constant reminder of the fight. Mira and Lyra visited often, their transport company booming, moving 20,000 tons of cargo monthly across star systems. They stepped off a shuttle, silver hair shining, glowing eyes bright with affection. "Father," Mira said, her calm voice warm as she embraced him. Lyra grinned boldly, punching his arm lightly. "Looking sharp, old man. Resort life suits you." Aiden chuckled, his gruff tone softened. "Keeps me busy. Come, see the new setup." He led them through gleaming corridors, pointing out reinforced shields and drone patrols. "Learned from last time," he explained, voice clipped with tactics. Guests mingled, diplomats and traders from distant worlds, the air alive with renewed trade. Aiden trained recruits in a sparring room, his commands sharp: form up, anticipate threats. The sisters watched, pride evident. Lyra joined a drill, her bold moves earning nods. Mira analyzed strategies, her intellect sharp. A holo message arrived later, anonymous but familiar. Voss's cold voice echoed, "I'm coming for you, Cole." From the shadows. Aiden's jaw tightened, but he shared it with the crew. Ethan, visiting from a merc job, vowed pursuit. "He's in an unknown system. I'll track him." The Lumari pilot nodded, toasting their vigilance. "We stay ready." Aiden stood alone on the balcony, Epsilon 3's icy glow faint in the distance. The tavern life felt like another era, solitude replaced by purpose. He felt at home here, the resort's hum a steady rhythm. Mira and Lyra joined him, their presence a balm. "We're family," Lyra said, bold and true. Mira's hand found his. By choice and more. The crew reunited for a meal in a private lounge, laughter filling the air. Ethan shared a tale of dodging patrols, his grin wide. The Draconid grumbled good-naturedly about tech upgrades. Aiden listened, his heart lighter, scars fading in warmth. Mira raised a glass. To new beginnings. They clinked, voices blending in harmony. Aiden taught the sisters a tactical maneuver later, his gruff instructions laced with care. "Pivot here, strike low." Their musical laughs echoed, warm against the cold void. Lyra nailed it first, bold triumph in her eyes. Mira followed, calm precision perfect. Their bond, forged in fire, was unbreakable. From a guest's perspective in the halls, Aiden's team was legendary. She overheard whispers of their defiance, the data leak that toppled regimes. Hope stirred in her, a ripple from their actions. Stories spread, inspiring quiet rebellions across colonies. The resort thrived, its rebuilt halls bustling. Aiden patrolled, his steps sure. Voss's threat loomed, but unity armored them. Mira and Lyra departed on Radiant Echo, promising a return. "Stay safe, father," they said, glowing eyes trusting. Aiden watched the yacht soar into the stars, its Lumari hull a streak of light. It carried hope and truth, a beacon across the galaxy. He turned back to the resort, ready for whatever came. Family, found in unexpected places, kindness sparking change. The night deepened, stars eternal, his purpose clear.